Hey y'all, Chef IrixGuy here, and within this video I'm going to show you how to season a Weber kettle, how to season a Weber grill. Now, your technique may be a little bit different, but I'm just going to jump right in and show you. By the way, check out my assembly video. This is the second video that I posted pertaining to this grill, because obviously before you cook on it the first time, you need to season it. So seasoning a grill, if you're not familiar with what it does, it burns it out very thoroughly. Any factory odors, factory smells that may be present in there, this will better eliminate those, because that's the last thing you want to do is buy a brand new grill and cook on it before you've seasoned it. So a few things you're going to need. You're going to need some canola oil. Just get the cheapest stuff you can find. You're going to want some lighter fluid. Actually, this is the only time that I'm going to use lighter fluid to light charcoal in this grill, because I want it to be extra hot. Check out my follow-up videos. I'm going to show you how I traditionally light charcoal for cooking, but this is seasoning. You're going to need a lighter, and obviously you're going to need charcoal. So we're just going to go through this step by step, and I want to remind everyone, you can expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order the grill like I use online, as well as all of the accessories. So let's roll up the sleeves here, because it's about to get messy. Roll these suckers up. Make sure I don't get too much mess on me. So squirt bottle, completely optional. This is those type bottles like you often find ketchup and that sort of stuff in, but I've got canola oil in here. Actually, what I'm going to do is take this off, and I'm going to take the grill part out temporarily. We're going to go through this step by step, as I had mentioned. So we're going to squirt generous coating of canola oil down in there. Ding! A paper towel. What you want to do is just rub this across the kettle, get a good coating of canola oil. Then I'm going to grab the top part, the lid. Do the same thing to it, man. Squirt it in there. Then I'm going to grab my paper towel. I'm going to rub it around here. This is going to be great. I can't wait to cook on this thing the first time. But always season your grill. Season your grill, bro. Season it before you cook on it. So now we can put this. Actually, I don't want to get it there because I don't want to get grease on that. I never sit this on the ground, but I'm going to for this video. Now we're going to put in the paper towel. We're going to want to keep handy, because we're going to put in a generous amount of charcoal. Doesn't matter what kind. You can even get one of those bags that lights. But since those are more expensive, I just got this kind that didn't have the lighter fluid added. Now, I'm not going to use the whole bag, even though I could. Now, obviously, I'm going to use an excessive amount of charcoal, because my intent here is not to cook. My intent is to get a good flame and you know, just burn out those factory smells. Now, what I have also in my other Weber, I'm going to bring it over here. I've got a little bit of charcoal that didn't really burn all the way. I'm just going to dump that in here too. Why not? Might as well put it to good use. And now what we're going to do is get lighter fluid. Now, if you've never lit charcoal before, you know that if you kind of stack it, it seems to work better. So we're going to stack it up. As I mentioned earlier, this is the only time that I'll use lighter fluid to start charcoal. I've got another electric charcoal lighter. Stay tuned for that video. And that's the cleaner way. And lighter fluid, man, it's so expensive now too. I was in a popular retailer and it was like $5 for that. I'm like, $5 for lighter fluid? No way. So we're going to squirt a generous amount of lighter fluid on these coals because we want to just create a fire. Now I'm going to get my lighter. I'm going to stand back at a safe distance. I'll light this sucker up. And, you know, the lighter fluid is going to cause it to get going pretty quickly. I'm just lighting the various sections to expedite the process. Now we can grab our grill grate, put it down. That's a very important step. Did my paper towel blew down to the raccoon area. Because see, really I need to put oil on the grill grates too, because you want to season the grill grates as well as the grill itself. Now I'll rub that on here in a minute. Let me go get a paper towel. I'm going to do that right now. And see, that's exactly what I want. We got a good flame here. You know, this is I'm starting it with lighter fluid. Again, never will I use lighter fluid before I cook. This is the only time I'll use lighter fluid with this grill. But we don't want to cover it up yet. We want this to be very very hot before we cover it, because you know we want to cover it because we want the lid. Now I'm going to do a different technique here. I'm going to put the oil on the paper towel. Obviously not making direct contact with flames, but I'm going to do the perimeter section. Just get a good coating of this on the grates. This will season these grates. And I'm also, and this is a topic for a future video, but I'm also going to insert a cast iron middle part for this. Now that's a separate video, but when I do it, I will season that cast iron middle insert as well, because that'll be for searing steaks and that sort of stuff. So, you know, so anything that you're cooking on, you want to make sure that it's properly seasoned to get any of those factory odors out. Not just odors, but also flavors, because that's the last thing you want. Be eating a steak, be like, man, that tastes like metal, or that tastes like plastic, or that tastes like rat dung, rat poo. You know, these things have been in factories, and there could have been rats crawling around, and they could have pooed in that grill. So that's another reason to season your grill. So we're going to let these get to going here. After those are going, the coals are very hot. At that point, what we'll do is put the lid on. And one thing I would recommend on the vent on the top, I would vent it, and then I would also vent the bottom part here, because you want to let that airflow in for this. And you can see when you move that, you can see the hole pattern there. I'm opening it quite significantly so that there'll be good airflow once I get to the point to where I put this on, because I want those coals to burn hot, and I want those coals to burn for a long time, because again, this initial seasoning is super important, because you want that grill, when I'm ready to cook on it, I want it to be well seasoned. And I don't want to, you know, don't do this, don't say you're going to grill out that night and then start seasoning your grill that same evening. No, man, do it in advance. Do it in advance, because, you know, you don't want to, man, I got stuff all over me here. You don't want to have to wait. You just want it to be good to go. And you'll notice, because I've got that canola oil on the grates, I'm noticing a visible discoloration of the grates, and that's a good thing. You know, I want this hot. I want this well seasoned. But yeah, we're just going to let those things get going really good. And I'm going to let that get going, and then I'm going to come back and put the cover on. So I've monitored the coals. All the coals are burning. Obviously burning means they're kind of an orangish color. So I put the warming grate, which can lift off, can't touch it now, it's hot, but I put it towards the middle. Obviously you wouldn't normally have it there, you'd have it off to the side. But I put it towards the middle, so it's the maximum amount of heat's going to hit it because I got most of the coals in the middle. Probably the best thing to do is to just spread them all the way out. You know, an excessive amount of charcoal for seasoning is recommended. So don't feel like you're putting too much charcoal on, because there's not too much when it comes to seasoning. So I've got the top of the kettle on. Obviously, as you saw earlier, I thoroughly rubbed the inside of the top of the kettle also with the vegetable oil. I've opened this vent, and I've opened the vent. It's got vent control on the bottom. Open that so it can vent in. I want maximum airflow because I want this coal to just stay really, really hot. And you know, it's that heat combined with that canola oil that's going to properly season the Weber kettle. Now also keep in mind, and I didn't see any of it, but as you rub it and look in the inside, make sure you don't see any metal shavings or any other particles that you might want to manually pull out, because you don't want any of that potentially making contact with your food. I will say that Weber does a first-class job with the assembly and the packaging of these kettles. I couldn't find any metal shards or anything like that in there. You know, some of your inferior quality grills, you may find stuff like that. With this, I didn't. But always check, because you never know. And as I mentioned earlier, I mean, there could have been, you know, when it was in a warehouse, maybe there's a rat. A rat came by and pooped in the grill. I don't think that would happen. But you want to season your grill, not just for eliminating the factory odors, the factory tastes, the factory flavors, but also to potentially kill anything that, you know, may be in there. You know, like a, you know, whatever. I mean, I don't know what all rat feces may contain, but if that was in there, I mean, you probably wouldn't know, because the rat's probably gone. If there was a rat in there, you don't want to take any chances. So this is how to season it. And I can see the temp right now. It's already climbing past 300. So this is going to be excellent. I'm so excited to share an abundance of Weber Kettle videos. And if you've been a subscriber of mine for a while, you know this is not my first Weber. Actually, I've got one directly below me on my lower patio. And then I've got that little bitty one over there, the portable one, that I take places. So just a great way to cook. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, expand this video's description and then click the link there to find the Weber kettle like I use, variety of different colors, and also all the accessories that I'm going to be featuring within upcoming videos here on youtube.com/IrixGuy. So subscribe and ring that bell to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain IrixGuy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.